In this module, we will study about the following: organization of production, farming in Palampur, land in Palampur, green revolution, land distribution in Palampur, labor for farm in Palampur, capital needed in farming, surplus or loss for farmers, known farming activities in Palampur. Land and other natural resources in Palampur. In Palampur, cultivated land area is fixed. There is no scope to increase agricultural production by bringing more land under cultivation. In Palampur, since 1960, there has been no expansion in land area under cultivation as nearby forests had already been cleared and wastelands are already converted into cultivable land. Cropping pattern in Palampur. During the rainy season, farmers grow jowar and bajra. These are also called as cattle feed. This is followed by cultivation of potatoes between October and December. Wheat is sown in the winter season. The farmers keep enough wheat for self-consumption and sell the surplus at Raiganj. A part of the land is also used for cultivation of sugarcane, which is harvested once a year. Sugarcane is sold to traders in Shahpur either in raw forms or as jaggery. Irrigation. Earlier in Palampur, Persian wheels were used by farmers to draw water from wells. However, electricity came early in Palampur. The use of tube wells increased and much larger areas could be irrigated easily. The first few tube wells were installed by the government about 50 years ago. Soon, farmers started setting up their own tube wells. By mid-1970s, the whole area of 200 hectares was irrigated. Here, for increasing production on the native area, farmers practice multiple cropping and modern farming methods. Multiple cropping. It is the practice of growing two or more crops on the same piece of land during the year. It is the most common way of increasing production on a given piece of land. As you can see, this is the multiple cropping model where same piece of land is used for growing different crops. On the other hand, the modern farming method includes use of modern techniques and farm machinery, use of high-yielding varieties, HYB seeds, proper irrigation methods, and use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, etc. The following table shows the land under cultivation in India in units of million hectares. Now let us explore the role of Green Revolution in shaping the agricultural sector in India. Green Revolution was introduced in India to increase agricultural production. Green Revolution was started in India during 1960s under the leadership of then Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi. That led to multi-fold increase in agricultural productivity. There are various elements of Green Revolution which has resulted in a significant increase in agricultural productivity. That is, use of high-yielding varieties of seeds and pesticides, improved techniques and machinery, proper irrigation facilities, double cropping on existing farmlands, etc. Let's study the impacts of Green Revolution. We will first look at the positive impacts. India achieved self-sufficiency in food grains. It enabled the government to maintain buffer stock. India started exporting food grains. Everything comes with the cost. Let's look at the negative impacts. Chemical fertilizers contaminate groundwater, rivers and lakes. Water table depleted due to excessive use of groundwater for irrigation. Inequalities of income increase the differences between small and big farmers. Farmers of Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh were the first to adopt the modern farming method in India. In Palampur, the yield of wheat grown increased from 1300 kg per hectare to 3200 kg per hectare with the use of HYV seeds. The following table shows the production of wheat and pulses in India after Green Revolution. As can be seen above, there has been more increase in production of wheat as compared to that of pulses. This shows that Green Revolution was more successful in case of wheat production. Now let us test your knowledge. Which among the following is not a positive effect of Green Revolution in India? Here are. The correct answer is D. Contaminated groundwater.
Self-sufficient in food grains, enable government to maintain buffer stock, started exporting good food grains, containment groundwater. The answer is contaminated groundwater.
Now let us look at the land distribution in village Palampur. The village has 450 families belonging to different castes. Upper caste families own majority of the land. Their houses are large and made of brick with cement plastering.
Upper caste families own majority of the land. Their houses are large and made of brick with cement plastering. So whereas others which are seen on the screen, they are all the middle class families. I mean, it's the poor people.
SCs, Dalits, comprise 1/3 of the population. They live in modest houses made of mud and straw and located in one corner of the village. Families of medium and large farmers cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. Few large farmers have land extending over 10 hectares or more. 240 families cultivate small plots of less than 2 hectares. From this picture, you can see the distribution of cultivated land in village Palampur. Large number of small plots are scattered around the village, and more than half of the village area is covered with big-sized plots. Let us see through an example how cultivation of small plots does not bring adequate income to the farmer family. Shyam was a small farmer with 2 hectares of unirrigated land. He owned one buffalo and managed to feed his family. After Shyam's death, his land was divided among his 4 sons. Each son got only 0.5 hectares of land. Even with better irrigation facilities, they are not able to make living from land and they have to look for additional work.
A poor fellow see how he is maintained. Shyam had 2 hectares of unirrigated land, owned one buffalo, managed to feed family. After Shyam's death, the land divided among his 4 sons. Each son owned only 0.5 hectares of land. Even with better irrigation facilities, they are not able to make living from land. Have to look for additional job. That means 0.5 hectares of land which is not sufficient. So therefore, he is finding the other source of income by doing the other activities.
The following table and pie charts show the distribution of farmers and cultivated land area in India. 85% large farmers cultivate 44.6% of the land, while 15% smaller farmers cultivate 55.4% of the land.
So in the village Palampur, unequal distribution of land. Unequal distribution of land. The land is not distributed equally. You see, number of farmers here 85%. 85% of large farmers cultivate 44.6% of the land, whereas 15% small farmers cultivate 55.4% of the land. So cultivated land is, you see, here this is the cultivated land.
Labor for the farm. After land, labor is the next necessary factor of production. People engaged in farming can be grouped as farm laborers, small farmers, and medium and large farmers.
The laborers itself, people engaged in farming can be grouped as the people, according to the people, based on the work. The people can be classified: farm laborers, small farmers, and medium and large farmers. Right? You see here the farm laborers.
Small farmers cultivate their own fields.
Small
Medium and large farmers hire laborers to work on their fields.
Always small farmers cultivate their own field, whereas the medium and large farmers hire laborers to work on their field.
Farm laborers are either landless or have small plots of land. The farm laborers are paid wages either in cash or kind.
Always the farm laborers are paid in wages either in kind or cash. You can see here picture. Kind they distribute rice as well as wheat. Otherwise, they won't even cash also can be distributed.
Wages vary according to region, crop, and farm activity. Farm laborers are hired on daily basis, annual basis, or for a particular farm activity.
Always here farm laborers will be hired is daily basis, even annually, even according to the particular farm activities. At actually sowing as well as harvesting time.
Let us look at a case study. Pal is a landless farmer. He works on daily wages in Palampur. He gets wages less than minimum wages